In this week's feature segment, Owen Brothers Logging, the Outgoing Mississippi Forestry Association Outstanding Logger of the Year. If you think having high production and multiple logging crews are a prerequisite to winning this honor, think again. This Wiggins-based operation has only one three-man crew in the woods. Their emphasis is on safety and doing a quality job for the landowner, not on high production. It's turned out to be the perfect prescription for the present economy we're in. Our story takes us to northern Hancock County, less than 30 miles from the Gulf of Mexico. Like many loggers, Terry Owen on the right and Jim Ed Owen on the left learned their craft from their dad, Walt Owen, who is standing in the center between them. Terry and Jim Ed left their dad and uncle's company and formed their own logging operation in May 1998. From the beginning, the brothers shared a different philosophy than their dad about logging. It was about having a life outside of the woods. The Owen brothers started small and have remained small on purpose. A local timber buyer they have worked with from the beginning also saw a good reason to cut fewer trees and have a shorter workday.
Well, we came from a high production operation, Owen Logging. I run a crew. We were getting 12, 14 loads a day. My little brother run a crew, and they were doing basically the same thing. And we went to work with Glenn, and you know, he didn't want a high production operation. And coming up, my family, my dad, you know, he was always working. Never had time to come see a ball game. And so, you know, I didn't want to be like that for my family.
I saw where quality of work meant a whole lot of repeat business. So we talked, we discussed it, we kicked it around and decided about 6 load a day, 3-man crew is where you need to be. The days when the mills are open longer hours or need more wood, you can up it. But also in hard times and quotas and slow times, you can get by. So it's all about repeat business and the quality of work that brings a repeat business.
In other words, lower production can result in a better job, which can in turn bring repeat business. Timber buyer Glenn Herron supplies the tracts of trees for the Owen Brothers crew to harvest. This job is located in the Leetown area of northern Hancock County. The Owen Brothers are doing a selective harvest, a more time-consuming process on a vast longleaf pine plantation. They are doing a stand improvement thinning while removing some of the trees that are suitable to use to make valuable poles.
You can't do it fast. I've got another logger that was working on me right now, and they got 19 loads yesterday. That logger would never work out up here. It's just too high production. This crew here, Terry Owen's crew, they set their sights on about 6 loads a day, which is easy to keep up with as far as marking. They don't get in a hurry.
I find him being so careful with the place. I don't see any litter. It's just he's just done a wonderful job. And can go into some of the places where he's thinned, and it's very clear that the stands have been really improved by his work.
I mark the trees that are selected to come out, and Ronnie Meadows, the cutter man, he'll cut the trees down. Jim Owen on the skidder, slowly, take time in getting the skidding trees out in a proper fashion without doing any residual damage to the trees. And of course, Terry on the loader does the product separation.
And we try to treat it like we own. I mean, if it was our property and we wanted to do it the way we'd want it done, so we try to protect the trees and not skin them. And what really, Ronnie, our cutter man, that's where it all starts. And he's been doing it a long time. And he lays the trees where I can drag them without doing a lot of damage, and then my brother's on the loader and he merchandise out. And we just try to make everything count, and for the landowner and for Mr. Glenn and us too.
Nowadays, most of your timber is sold per ton, and so the logger needs to merchandise and try to make the landowner every dollar he can. And a lot of loggers is high production, and they don't take that time to really look at that small chip and saw tree. They might go ahead and put it in pulpwood, you know, or the small log, and they put it in with chipping saw. Just little things like this, and you know, it would help the logger-landowner relationship a little bit.
In addition to seeing logger education improved in the area of merchandising, Terry Owen would like to see the general public have a greater appreciation for the value of wood and the fact that trees are a renewable resource. Owen Brothers Logging is known for respecting the land and promoting use of best management practices. The crew hosted a teachers' conservation workshop on a job site near Perkinston in recent years to explain their work inside a streamside management zone. Both Terry and Jim Ed Owen are fully trained in all modules of the Sustainable Forestry Initiative and follow those principles on every job.
You know, we know to stay back from runs, try to keep debris out, and we're trying to help Mother Nature. And you know, as long as we do that and we keep replanting and we select cut, only clear cut when it's needed. And, you know, that's the only thing I can say. Our future generations will still have trees. You know, they might be in debt from the government over their head, but they'll still have trees.
Terry Owen does wonder who will be harvesting the trees in the future. He thinks there needs to be an organized effort to educate young people about a career as a logger and why it's important to the environment and our economy.
Logging in the 60s and 70s, you was proud to be a part of that. And, you know, you could find folks that wanted to work and enjoyed it. Now, young people don't have interest in this type of work. They want to sit behind a computer or some kind of degree job. What the answer is, I don't know, but the way it's looking 10 years from now, there'll be very few loggers. Nobody wants to get into it. I guess you have to have pine tar in your blood. So.
Terry Owen is a passionate and articulate spokesman for the logging industry. He, along with his brother Jim Ed, truck driver Tim Tanner, and cutter operator Ronnie Meadows are a great example of teamwork and professionalism.
The care and the job that they do is outstanding. And me being in the business as well, you can't say enough for a logger that takes care of each and every tract as if it was their own and has the objectives and goals in mind that a landowner would have, and it's just a valuable asset to have in a logger.
Their crew has been together for a long period of time. They work together really well. They don't do anything unless they can do it safely. They very good about what meeting the landowner's objectives. In fact, a lot of the state tree farmers of the year have specified them to do logging work for them.
Owen Brothers Logging makes a positive contribution to the forest industry in the state every day and has now for over 11 years. The crew also does its work in an extremely safe manner. There has not been one recorded lost time accident since Owen Brothers was formed in 1998. From Hancock County, Mississippi, I'm Leighton Spann reporting. Watch this story again at the Farmweek website, farmweek.msucares.com. You can also go to our archives and you will see other feature stories as well as the entire Farmweek shows, farmweek.msucares.com. Now, the logging industry in Mississippi continues to be in bad shape. They basically need more mills to open so prices can be more competitive. Now, the Owen brothers, they have been busy since that story was taped. They continue to do thinning operations. They're on the Pearl River right now, and oddly enough, in about a week, they go back to Judd Brooks' place.
Which is where we saw.
Right, right.